Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It's the Awful Gamer here, and I'm so very excited to have you in for my first ever episode of our new legacy challenge. So I just wanted to clear things up. Our old legacy, the Baxter household or the Chaotic Discovery University one, is not going away. They'll still be continuing on their regular day, but I wanted to start a new challenge as well because I don't even know how to put this. I am just so excited. I saw this idea and I have so many different people that I need to thank for this, but I put together a legacy challenge that is 13 generations long based around Taylor Swift's Midnight's album. I am a huge simmer. I love The Sims, but I also love Taylor Swift and every little bit of her music. I've been following The Sims since 2000. I've been following Taylor since she had her Tim McGraw era. It's the perfect marriage of both. So I wanted to just kind of pay homage to these two things that I just absolutely love. And it took a lot of time to put this together. This is the first ever legacy or first ever challenge that I've ever written. So many people helped me out and did some proofreading, did some editing, and just helped me work on this. But ultimately, this is going to be the Midnight's Legacy Challenge. So it is going to focus, each song is its own generation. So generation 1 is going to be focused on Lavender Haze, who we are currently building in CAS. And she's got traits, aspirations, careers, and goals that all kind of tie in to the lyrics from Lavender Haze, and this will be the same across all generations. I will say these are all very loosely based around each song. It's not like I took each song and dissected the meaning of every lyric and every word. I wish I could do that. I can't. So I just spent time trying to split it out and take little snippets of lyrics here and there to kind of tell this story, and not only just a story of the song, but a story of how one generation goes to the next. So how do we go from Lavender Haze to Maroon in a storyline, or how do we go from the Labyrinth to, of course I say the Labyrinth and then immediately blank that Karma is next, which is one of my favorites of the stories that I've written. But this legacy challenge requires a lot of packs, and it doesn't. So what I'm going to try to explain is I've got a Google document that I will put a link in the description below that will help introduce you to this legacy challenge and show you all of the different generations and stuff like that. So if you want to follow along, feel free. This is me kind of just play testing it to try and see how this actually works. I mean, a few people have told me that it looks fun and have made changes to make it more interesting and exciting. So feel free to follow me along playtesting this. I'm going to release a video every week on this because I'm so excited to play and to try this. They're probably going to be a little bit longer than the Chaotic Discovery University Let's Play videos because why not? I feel with an actual legacy challenge, seeing people do Not So Berry, those tend to be a little bit longer videos to try to get more done and more accomplished per episode rather than just kind of these little snippets into the day of what's happening, especially if we're going to get through all 13 generations. That being said, I am working on a 3 a.m. version of this as well. So if you are interested in this at all, or you have liked this content or be interested to see what it looks like, please feel free to subscribe. Means the world to me, and it just would show me that you're very interested in this. But I'll go into the legacy challenge a little bit more. So there are a lot of packs that it says it requires. So right now I've got I think it's 10 packs that are in there, but I did modify each generation to also make it base game compatible. So if you go into the document, you'll see for each generation, I'll have parentheses that say what packs are required. So Lavender Haze is perfect because it's base game. That's a great one to start with. I think so is Maroon. But when you get to Anti-Hero, it requires base game, City Living, Discover University, and Island Living. So what I did was anything that requires one of those packs, I actually color coded and highlighted. So that way you could see okay, this is where City Living is required. So for Anti-Hero, the career is a politician. So that has to have or comes in City Living. So if you don't have it, what I did is I added these brackets around other words that say what you could do instead. So if you're, if you don't have City Living, you can do the business career instead of the politician. And if you don't have Discover University, you can work on charisma instead of the research and debate skill, that sort of thing. That way you can still play along. It doesn't require these packs. And if you have some of them, you can modify for the ones that you don't, but there's no real hard and fast rules that I had so much fun creating this. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun playing it. And so I just want you to have a lot of fun too. I mean, it is 13 generations. That is a very, very, very long legacy challenge. So I don't want anyone to feel like they have to follow along. I've had a few people say that if they're going to do this, they're going to do like one or mix and like pick and choose which generations to do. And that's totally fine. Like do whatever makes you happy, because that's what ultimately matters, and whatever you're enjoying. So if you're interested or you want to follow along and like let me know that you're trying it, please feel free. I would love to see your videos or your posts or just anything, just to see other people enjoying it would be great. If not, no big deal. I'm definitely going to be doing it because I spent a lot of time on it. And the other thing that I included in there is there's a little bit of like Taylor Swift lore. So some of these things, like I compare Labyrinth to Betty and stuff like that, just to say like this is kind of what I'm thinking of them. I also put in parentheses behind every decision that I made that was like directly inspired by a lyric. So because we're looking at Lavender Haze, I mean, obviously I gave her the color scheme purple. There's no color scheme. You don't have to stick to that. But for Lavender Haze, like I have her wanting to master the piano and comedy skills. So in parentheses, I have get it off your chest, like from the lyric, because I don't know, it just like felt like someone that would want to write or tell jokes or something like that. You gotta let it out there. So that's kind of how each generation was formed. I have like a little bit of a story behind them too. Again, this is nothing that you have to follow or do. It's just something that I did because I enjoy this and I had a lot of fun. So starting with Generation 1, Miss Lavender Midnights, or at least Lavender Haze. This character's name is Lavender Midnights because it's going to be my Midnights legacy, you know, trying to tie it all in. But Generation 1 is Lavender Haze. It's base game only. And the like description of this generation is meet me at midnight has been your go-to phrase ever since you moved out on your own and were a young adult. Throughout your young adult life, you've always been a heartbreaker and career-oriented. You've had a rough exterior shell, and that's caused issues in your previous relationships. You've always wanted more, but you were afraid to show it until now. So the Lavender Haze's traits are gloomy, which in parentheses I have melancholia, because that's a lyric. Romantic, love spiral is the like lyric connected to that, and non-committal, because I've been under scrutiny as a lyric. Your aspiration is to be a serial romantic, and your career is to be an entertainer. So the like challenge part of it is you must finish the serial romantic aspiration before meeting your life partner. You can never get married, and then in parentheses, the only kind of person they see is a one night or a spouse. I try to change all of the lyrics and all of the wording to be gender neutral, so that way you can play as any type of character that you want, any gender, any sexuality, it doesn't matter. Do whatever you want, like I said. So if there are like some lyrics that seem off, that's because like Taylor's lyrics is the only kind of girl they see is a one night or a wife. I changed it to the only kind of person they see is a one night or a spouse, because never get married. You can't find your partner till you're adult, and your partner must be a young adult, directly related to the age difference and some of the reputation lyrics that came when Taylor and Joe started dating. Master the piano and comedy skills, like I said, get it off your chest. And then you must also master the entertainer career. So that's everything for Lavender Haze for Generation 1. I'm so excited to play with it. I'll be giving like these descriptions and having probably this like goals and stuff like that on the screen, so that way everyone can like stay up to date, even if you're not caught up on the most recent episode. But yeah, I had so much fun putting this together. I have so many people to thank. I added a thank section in this document because just so many people looked at it, gave me ideas, or even read it and were like, okay, does this tie to Taylor lore? Yes. Does this like seem like it'd be fun to play in the game? Yes, that sort of thing. So yeah, it's just, I'm so excited. But I think the only other thing that I have to tell you with this is all of the packs that I've just included. Again, you don't need to use all of them, but it's base game, get to work, get together, city living, cats and dogs, seasons, get famous, island living, eco lifestyle, snowy escape, cottage living, discover university, jungle adventure, and nifty knitting. Like I said, it's a lot, but all of these are color coded, and all of them, at least in the generations, have a replacement, so that way you don't have to follow this exactly. You can do whatever you want. You can change it. If you're playing and you are on anti-hero, or you decided to start with anti-hero and you don't like the skills that I chose, feel free. switch it up, do what you want. I mean, these are just the fun ideas that I had. I've probably said that 4 times now, but I just really want to stress that this is all for fun. I want you to do what you want. There will be a link to this document in the description down below, as well as just a link to my Chaotic Discovery University Let's Play in case that's something you're also interested in seeing and looking at my other content. But yeah, that is at least the description of this Midnight's Legacy Challenge that is going to be starting, and I am thrilled. Like so pumped. You have no idea. Also, just some housekeeping. I need to say thank you to all of you that are sticking around or have been here. Holy cow. Not only am I announcing the Midnight's Legacy Challenge, but we also just hit 200 subscribers yesterday. Like, never in my wildest dreams did I ever think never in my wildest dreams did I ever think that we would ever hit 20 subscribers. So the fact that we're at 200, I don't even know what to do. I think I've had like a thank you in each of my videos for like each milestone that we've hit, and each time I'm just blown away, and I continue to be blown away because y'all are amazing. This community would not be a community without y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate your support. It means the world to me. I know everyone says that, but it truly does, and I can't think of better words to describe it. I do not have the words or lyrical ability of Taylor Swift. I wish I did. I just took what she's done and created a Sims challenge of it, because why not have the perfect mashup? Like, yeah, I just thank you. Thank you. So I am going to be wrapping up the creation of Miss Lavender Haze, or Miss Lavender Midnights, for the Lavender Haze generation, and I plan to get started playing with her soon. First video of that should come out next week. I'm going to be moving her into an apartment and doing like a little bit of a redo. Something about like an apartment and having the entertainer career just made sense to me, so that's what we're going with. She's moving to San Myshuno. There's a lot of Easter eggs, or I'm going to try to put a lot of Easter eggs in this, just like Taylor has, because I go down the rabbit hole. Meet me in Wonderland, you know? That's all I gotta say. So thank you so much. Thank you. I'm gonna wrap it up here. It means the world to me. Y'all are incredible, and let me know in the comments below if you're excited about this challenge, if you're gonna try it or anything like that, because I'm so happy and so excited. I'm literally going to start playing right now. Like, I'm editing this video to put it up so that way I can meet the deadline that I set for myself, and then I'm immediately starting the challenge, because I have been itching to start this ever since I finished writing it. I've already said this, but I also have started like the 3 a.m. version edition. I think the Dear Reader part is going to be the most controversial, but you're gonna have to let me know like what you think, what you like. Truthfully, I think my favorite storyline in this game to Labyrinth, which surprised me, but I had to come up with like a story of how Labyrinth could tie into Karma, and that's just where it kind of got like a little bit crazy. But each story ties into another. There's some juicy drama, there's some gossip. Again, none of this is related or sponsored by Taylor or her team. This is just a fan in love of Taylor and in love of The Sims, blending these together and taking my own really loose interpretation on the lyrics from her songs into a storyline for this game. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this and follow along, and until next time.